Hi guys, welcome to another video by myself, Potm. Today, the Premier League have gone and announced their Player of the Month nominations for the first ever Player of the Month SBC, I presume, for FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. They feature some insane players. Obviously, we've seen Liverpool have an absolutely crazy first month, and it's going to get worse, maybe, depending. It's going to be a tough month for Liverpool in the next couple of months with their fixtures, but they've managed to obviously concede 0 goals, and some of the players which have obviously been nominated are from Liverpool. 2 players from Liverpool, 1 from Spurs, and there's a few more we're going to take a look at. Now, obviously, with it being the first Player of the Month, guys, we've got a few things to take a look at, including maybe potential SBC requirements for each individual player and the ratings of the team as well. Now, I've gone back to have a look at my old video. The first Player of the Month for FIFA 18 was Sadio Mane of Liverpool, and the team ratings we need were around like 83 to 80. There was about 4 or 5 of them, but it were reasonably low rated, but quite expensive and reasonably high rated actually for the stage of FIFA it was at. It was released on the 29th, I believe, on the 29th, I think it was released on 29th of September, the first Player of the Month, even though it was announced, and I think it's going to be announced next week. So whether it's going to be in there for launch, we'll have to wait and see, and we don't even know what the card design looks like or anything. So if you guys do want an MSP, PSN codes are cheap game codes, go and check out g2a.com, their links down below. If we try and hit over 3,000 likes, that'd be brilliant, and guys, subscribe to me if you're not subscribed already. So with that, we have got all of the nominations. You can see August 2018, this is going to be the first Player of the Month on the game. Premier League is obviously where people like to rock, and you're going to be giving up a lot of players potentially for it as well. First player, Marcos Alonso. He has played 3 games, won 3 games, and got 1 goal, 1 assist, and 1 clean sheet. Marcos Alonso obviously had a troubled career before obviously joining Chelsea, one of the big teams around. Played for Fiorentina. Also, like, it's more personal than anything, guys, with the car accident and stuff. But Marcos Alonso has been absolutely amazing for Chelsea. A player which I enjoy watching, and one player I don't like Liverpool playing against. He usually does cause a little bit of trouble, as he's done with the teams he's played already this season. And with this, I'm going to predict, guys, that you potentially will need a Chelsea team, or a Premier League team with like 3 Chelsea players in it. That could be one. A Spanish team maybe, and even potentially throwing in some Fiorentina players and all the other ex-teams he used to play for. I think Bolton was one of the teams he used to play for as well. So Marcos Alonso deserved to be in there, the August 2018 nominee selection. Would be good getting a defender, because it's quite rare we do get defenders. And with this mix of players, guys, I don't think we've got a go-to striker. And I'd be very disappointed, actually, if either a defender or a midfielder doesn't win this one. But maybe you guys can let me know who you're going to vote for. I'll also leave a link in the description for you guys to go and vote for that player as well, and get involved also. So Marcos Alonso is the first Player of the Month August nominee. The next one is a goalkeeper. Yes, we've got Etheridge. Don't even say his name right, of Cardiff City. Played 3 games, won 0 games, drawn 2, and potentially, guys, could have lost 3 if he wasn't in there, and clean sheets 2. I don't believe we've ever had a goalkeeper in Player of the Month, but I do think that if he was to win it, which I very much doubt he will do, you will obviously need players of his nationality, Cardiff players, Premier League players. I reckon, I can't imagine the requirements being that heavy, actually, if he was to win it. And I'm probably going to overlook him pretty quickly, just for the fact that I don't think he's going to win it. Apologies, Neil, if you are watching. But you've got so much competition from teams which have obviously won the 3 games of the month. Now, ultimate team purposes, he probably won't be up there with the better of the goalkeepers anyway, but him and Marcos Alonso are the first 2. The next one we've got is Sadio Mane. Like I said, guys, won the first one in August 2017 and was the first Player of the Month in FIFA 18. Could he be the first in FIFA 19 as well? Only time will tell, guys. Played 3 games, won 3 games, and 3 goals. Sadio Mane obviously scoring against Palace, as you can see there on that picture that the Premier League have provided. Being a Liverpool fan, I'd be happy to see him as a boosted card in the game. I reckon he's going to be getting a decent jump up in the game regardless anyway of his Player of the Month. But will be a nice card to throw in there with the Premier League superstars, which I presume a lot of guys are going to be rocking with at the start. But played 3, won 3, goals 3 as well. That's pretty all-round decent stats. With him, though, I reckon he'll be pretty expensive one to get. like he was last year. 83 rated Premier League team. Maybe could feature his old clubs as well, like Southampton. Could ask for some of them requirements in there as well. And would I be expecting to see his nation used? Potentially, but you guys know if you start guessing SBCs, you see that you're guessing SBCs, see that you're stockpiling players, and then boom, you do some work to try and screw you over. And I would do the same. If I worked for a year and I was doing the player of the month and doing the SBC requirements, I'd be aiming to screw up a lot of people. And I think you guys would do the same as well. Sadio Mane got a good shout to get it. I reckon a Liverpool player should get it, but with the other 4 players in this, I wouldn't be complaining about any of them. The next one is Benjamin Mendy. He's had a horror start, hasn't it? Apart from obviously the trophies he's got in the past season, he had a horror start. And if you guys watch All or Nothing on Amazon, you'll know about Benjamin Mendy. He had a knee injury at the early stage of his Man City career, was playing all right up until that point, got hit with a freak knee injury and was out for a majority of the season. He's started this season absolutely brilliantly. He's offered a new style of attack to Manchester City, bombing down the wing, getting some assists. As you can see there, guys, 3 games, 3 assists, 1 clean sheet, 1-2 and drawn 1. I can't imagine that the drawn 1 would maybe affect his chances of getting it. Like I said, you guys get involved in the voting as you always do, but Benjamin Mendy will be an absolutely brilliant left-back player of the month card, boosted as well at the start of the game, and one of which I presume a lot of people would like to use, me included. Now, Man City doing alright in the league. They've already dropped 2 points, but it's only 3 games in, and it's already a good start for the month for a lot of players in the Premier League. And Benjamin Mendy, I'd be happy if he was to get one. Manchester United fans probably don't like the look of this guy. It's Lucas Moura of Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously played 3, won 3, and 3 goals as well. His first one against Newcastle, I think it was an absolute. Was it against Newcastle? Was an absolute screamer. He got, I think it's 2 goals against Manchester United midweek as well. I'm not sure if he's got a Team of the Week player in the Team of the Week in FIFA 18 currently, but he was one of my favourite players back in the day. I think FIFA 17, he was one of my favourite player base cards when he was at PSG. Never really used him this year. If he was to get a good card at the start of the game, Brazilian would be a pretty decent card to get in. Would probably see his price go up a hell of a lot as well. And being Tottenham, it's obviously going to ask for Tottenham players, could potentially ask for... Does it usually ask for PSG players, like players he used to play for in the Premier League Team of the Season SBC? I don't think it does. But if it did, you've got to remember the clubs he used to play for, guys. PSG being the latest of his teams. Will be a brilliant card. Fast, small, skillful right winger in the Premier League. I'd be happy to see him in there. And that's why I said, guys, I won't complain about any of the remainder. We've got 2 more to look at. The next one is Roberto Pereira of Watford. Argentinian camp. Centre mid. I'd be disappointed if he did make him a winger, because he does, like in previous FIFA, he's had lack of pace. But he will be a good start one. Very, very good flair player for Watford. 3 games played, 3 games won, and 3 goals as well, which is brilliant. He will be a sick card to use. I like Pereira's card, and I have done at the start of the game. Obviously, loads of better cards come out, and then you forget about him. But he was a solid card in FIFA 18. Whether that was to be the case in FIFA 19, I don't know. Looking at the shortlist now, I don't know if he'd win it or not. I think my favourites, and the one this is for Ultimate Team basis, I would go for Alonso, Sadio Mane, Mendy. Lucas will be alright. I'd probably put Lucas over Pereira, and then the final one I think should win it. I don't think he will though, because he's a defender, but Pereira is a good central midfielder if they were to throw him in. So that takes us to our final nomination from Liverpool. And that final player, guys, is Virgil Van Dijk of Liverpool. Ex-Southampton. Could be a pointer there if he was to win the Player of the Month. Ex-Southampton, brilliant defender. Obviously, he worked his way out of Southampton in not a very nice fashion, but obviously now he's at Liverpool. I like him. I like him a lot. My favourite defender at Liverpool previous to him was Danny Agger, and now Virgil, he is absolutely brilliant. I can see him being the future Liverpool captain. He's very organised. He's very calm under pressure. He has made a few mistakes, but who hasn't made a few mistakes in the Liverpool team this season? But the stats don't lie, guys. Played 3 games, won 3 games, and 3 clean sheets. Now that's not to say we haven't had an easier run of games than other teams, but it's still, the stats are talking. So Van Dijk has been nominated for the August 2018 Player of the Month. I'd be happy if he's to win it. Being a Liverpool fan and also being a fan of him in game. Like I played with him at Gamescom. He was an absolutely fantastic holding centre back. He like tackled everything. He held his position well, and he outjumped every single player. Regardless of if he gets a Player of the Month or not, he's still going to be a fantastic player to use. And I hope that you guys do get a chance to use him. Whether he, like 85 rated was on the Gamescom release, whether that's his rating come the full release of FIFA 19, only time will tell. So with that, guys, that is all the Player of the Month nominations for August 2018. This is the first Player of the Month to go into FIFA 19, if it's anything like previous years, and I'd be happy to see absolutely any of them. Well, not the goalkeeper, but Alonso, Mane, Mendy, Lucas, Pereira will be alright as well, would be reasonably cheap. I reckon if Van Dijk was to get one, it could up the rating a little bit, because I think out of all the players in there, Sadio Mane and Van Dijk are probably going to be the two highest rated in the game. Marcus Alonso, maybe previous, and Mendy, hopefully he keeps a reasonably high rated as well. But I'm happy seeing these as nominations. Obviously, if you guys open packs at the start of the game, make sure you keep an eye out for the players that you do get, past and present clubs, high rated Premier League players, high rated nation players, and hopefully that'll help you get the player for as cheap as possible. I'm not going to give you any investment tips, I'm just trying to help you out and give you an heads up for what's coming towards the back end of September, if it's the same as last year. So guys, leave a like, rate, and subscribe. Now, let's look forward to the August Player of the Month coming into FIFA 19 Ultimate Team.